Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious fried chicken wings with shrimp fried rice and lettuce and pickle salad. Now, the Manchu Food Store is a small group of popular corner stores down in New Orleans, and they serve different foods like fried chicken, fried fish, fried shrimp, fried pork chops. They serve a lot of different hot foods and even po' boys as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all that you'll need to make your fried chicken wings with shrimp fried rice and pickle salad. You'll need 2 pounds of chicken wingette and chicken drumette sections. And along with that, you will need 2 pounds of medium-sized Louisiana shrimp that has been peeled, cleaned, and deveined. You will also need day-old cooked long-grain rice, large eggs at room temperature, all-purpose flour, vegetable or canola oil, sesame seed oil, soy sauce, 1 head of iceberg lettuce, bread and butter, pickle chips, and some mayonnaise. And for your seasonings, you'll need some green onions, garlic, and for your additional seasonings, you'll need some salt, black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prudhomme's poultry and seafood magic, granulated onion, granulated garlic, cayenne pepper, and some dried thyme. And for your tools, you will need a 4-quart pot or deep fryer. I'm going to be using a thermometer as well. You will also need a mesh straining spoon and an 11 by 17 inch baking pan with a cooling rack inside of it. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to start by chopping 6 ounces in weight of green onions. Make sure you chop up the ends to your green onions as well. You're going to take the garlic press and press the garlic. And there we go. Here I have a head of iceberg lettuce, and we're going to take a knife and we're going to cut a small portion of that lettuce off. Next, you're going to take a knife and you're going to chop the iceberg lettuce up really well. Rinse off your chopped lettuce really well with cold water. And there we go. Next, I'm going to rinse the chicken wing pieces off really well with cold water. Now let's add some seasoning. Add a half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic, 1 teaspoon of granulated onion, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Take your hands and coat all of the seasonings onto the chicken wing pieces. Alright, that looks good. Place this into your refrigerator and let this marinate for about 2 hours or overnight. You're going to let the chicken wing pieces sit out for about 20 to 25 minutes so that way the chicken wing pieces can come up to temperature. Here I have 3 large eggs at room temperature. Add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1/8 of a teaspoon of Chef Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic, 1/8 of a teaspoon of granulated onion, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of granulated garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. And for our seasoned all-purpose flour batter, I'm going to first start by adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 2 teaspoons of Chef Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion, 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of dried thyme. Take a sturdy spoon and stir all your ingredients together. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, I've added 48 fluid ounces of canola oil into this 4-quart pot. You're going to let the oil get hot until it reaches a temperature of 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you want to make sure that you have a cooling rack with the 11 by 17 inch baking pan along with your mesh straining spoon ready before you begin frying your chicken wings. Alright, let's get started with frying our chicken wing pieces. So we're going to take our chicken wingette and drumette pieces, about 6 of them, and we're going to add them into the seasoned egg batter. Take your hands and coat the chicken wing pieces with the seasoned egg batter. Remove them and shake the chicken wing pieces as you want to like coating, and add them into the seasoned all-purpose flour batter. Cover the Tupperware with a lid and shake the large Tupperware to coat those chicken wing pieces with the seasoned all-purpose flour batter. Remove the chicken wing pieces from the seasoned all-purpose flour batter and shake them slightly. Take the chicken wing pieces and add them into the hot oil. Now you want to fry about 6 to 8 at a time. Let this fry for about 8 to 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 8 to 10 minutes now. Take the fried chicken wing pieces and place them onto a cooling rack with an 11 by 17 inch baking pan underneath it. Let the chicken wing pieces cool for about 10 minutes before serving. So in this large saucepan, you're going to first start by letting this get hot for about 2 minutes. Next, you're going to add 1 1/2 tablespoons of vegetable or canola oil right on in there. Spread that around the saucepan. Here I have 2 large eggs at room temperature. Add that in there. I'm going to take a wooden spatula and stir this continuously for 30 seconds. Next, you're going to add 2/3 cup of scallions. This is the green onion ends right on in there. And a 1/2 cup of the chopped green onions. I'm going to take my wooden spatula and I'm going to stir this continuously for 1 to 2 minutes. Add your 2 cloves of pressed garlic, followed by your shrimp tails, and of course they're already peeled, cleaned, and deveined. To season the shrimp tails, we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic. I'm going to take my wooden spatula and stir all the ingredients together. You're going to let this saute for 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 3 minutes now, and our shrimp should be fully cooked. Next, you're going to add 1 pound and 1.7 ounces in weight. That's 4 cups of day-old cooked long grain rice right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to add 1/4 cup of chopped green onions. Make sure you stir this really well to make sure everything is nice and coated. And after that, your homemade shrimp fried rice is now done. Let this cool for about 10 minutes before serving. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, fried chicken wings with shrimp fried rice and lettuce and pickle salad made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. Go to www.charliethecooksandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. I mean, the chicken wings are tender, juicy, well seasoned. The shrimp fried rice, well seasoned, wonderful shrimp flavor. Shrimp nice and tender. And then you have that lettuce and pickle salad, but I add a little bit of pickle juice in there with that mayonnaise. Y'all, when I tell y'all this is a winner, it is delicious. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.